We don't do the things that we can do to change our own condition. So I'm tired of, people lying on the mic. I can't lie. We have a certain responsibility being in broadcasting. So I'm gonna give you some examples. We want to blame other people, but we not part of the change. One thing is, everybody want to blame the county attorney, Brother Klein, but we wouldn't have to deal with Brother Klein if we wasn't doing the behaviors that bring us in front of the Dutchess County Attorney Klein. He was a Democrat at one time. Y'all loved him at one time because he was a Democrat, but now he changed to a Republican. Now y'all don't like him no more. He was making the same decisions as a Democrat as he was a Republican as a county attorney. We want to blame law enforcement. However, we don't even register to vote. We want to talk about the prison population, but we don't even register to vote. And by registering, we can participate on juries. We talk about we are discriminated in on every level, especially the court system, and we don't even register to vote so we can participate on juries so we can save our brothers that might or sisters that might need our help. It only takes a juror to create a mistrial. But all these so-called Negroes want us for our incarceration, but we don't want to accept responsibilities for our own behaviors. I had to do it. My mama taught me, man, if you go outside, life is hard when you make it that way. I'm not saying we don't have victims. I'm not saying that people aren't bullied. There's help for you because it does happen. But what I'm saying is that we got to stop pointing fingers at one person when many of us can change our condition overnight by just registering to vote so we can participate on juries. Our number one thing in our community is poverty and prison. Poverty and jail. If the Democratic Party or the Republican Party aren't putting that on their platform, like they do abortion, see, they put up killing all the time. Another thing, let me give you another example. Women in this last cycle, yeah, women blame men for trying to take control their body. Men cannot control a woman's body. Trying to control our own bodies. And they're making this narrative for us so they can kill babies. Supposed to live in a Christian society, but oh, it's okay to kill a baby. Then y'all talking about what month to kill a baby. What kind of stuff is that? But y'all say it's okay. But I thought it was thou shalt not kill or murder. And then you get mad at people that don't believe in that. We were taught that. I'm a Baptist. What are you? I'm a Million Man Marcher. Million Man March is coming up in a few days. I'm a Million Man Marcher, baby. That's the first time I actually felt God. So y'all can't tell me nothing. My mama taught me about God, and she couldn't even read your Bible or your Quran or your Torah or your Dead Sea Scrolls. She come from neology. So you got women saying, "Oh, we trying to take care of your body." No, no. I know several women. I know a lot of women that don't have children, and they don't have children on purpose. They choose not to have a child. See, see how control women are on their own bodies. They can decide not to have a baby or decide to have a baby. Women decide that, not men. If you want to call in, if you got a comment, women 402-714-6482. I know we got some feminists out there. Get you on the air. Love to hear your point of view. 402-714-6482. But this narrative that men are trying to take over women's body, that's not true. Y'all decide to get abortion. Men don't even know y'all even pregnant. Women could decide to go get an abortion and don't even know nothing about it. So who's in control of whom body? All for the narrative to kill babies. We're already dying as far as black children are dying twice as high, 3 times as high as far as infant mortality rate here in Omaha. We got organizations that supposed to be promoting this, but they haven't came over here because you know why? Envy, jealousy, threats. I'm kind of ambivalent this morning. Tomorrow's Tell the Truth Tuesday. I'm, I'm going to be telling the truth tomorrow. I might be dropping names too when it comes to politics because the Democratic Party they got a losing strategy. How can Dan Osborne, an independent, he's an independent, raise more money than all the Democratic or get more money than all the Democratic candidates here in Nebraska? Ask the DNC, have they supported Preston Love for Senate? Dan Osborne is a independent. That should show you something. How can an independent get as much money, as much attention than the Democratic Party? And they've been here, I don't know how long. Every level of government is ran by Republicans. They got a winning strategy. The facts are facts. Every high level office is ran by Republicans. The Democrat Party don't even invest in their own candidates. How can you win? Get all these national dollars and the DNC won't even help out a local brother that would actually bring out more young men, young black women, more people of color out to vote. I thought that was the game. So for those that are giving a message that you shouldn't vote, I'm kind of like you this morning, but we still need to register because we need to participate on juries. What's more important? Jury courts happen every day. Elections happen every 4 years. Which is more important? Saving our brothers in juries from going to jail unfairly or unjustly, or waiting to vote for every 4 years? Which is more important? Saving our brothers and sisters from the court systems, which we have been subjected to for centuries, or to vote? So we need to register to vote. I'm with those that, man, I'm really ambivalent. We got to vote, but the Democratic Party do not have our agenda. Our agenda is not to kill our babies, Right now here in Dutch County, we got babies trying to live and they can't live. They're dying twice as high as any other ethnic or any other race in Omaha. Our infant mortality rate is twice as high as everybody in Dutch County. I'm trying to fight for those babies, for those mothers that trying to bring in living children. We should focus on those women that need care so they can stay alive when they birth their children. We should focus on those women. I watched a debate last night. Now, you can't come to me because I stopped a brother from raping a woman. So I don't believe in rape or incest. I stopped one. What have you did? You drove by. So I'm not happy this morning. We got people in leadership that can help other people in regards to law. I had a meeting with this so-called leader of this organization, and I asked him why you didn't show up for the meeting. He said, "Oh, I fell asleep." You fell asleep? We got people that's in leadership falling asleep on you. I'm gonna drop some names. I'm already the most hated anyway. I'm already the most hated anyway. Because when you're a truth teller, when you're a king, oh yeah, I understand now why my mama said, "Man, don't go outside and mess up our family name." Because when you're a king, they like to assassinate you. They like to beat you down. But oh yeah, we a different king. 2024, me and Man Marcher King. We like Kenya Lamar King. We stepping out. Oh yeah, we not too won't take too kindly on threats. See that everybody that threatened me, I got you on record. I don't care if you're man or woman. You guys need to do the same things. You got someone threatening you, intimidating you, assaulted you. You need to report it to the police. It might not be a crime now, but because you can't prove it, but at least you can get on record just in case something happens to you. Your family wondering what's going on, or you have to protect your life. And then now you can claim self-defense because you fear for your life. That's what the police do all the time. That's what they did when they killed the young brother. He came out with underwear, hands up. The officer shot him. Or you see he feared for his life. Brother had underwears on. Got shot underneath his arm. That means he had his arms up. But I'm tired of us blaming Donald Trump when the Democratic Party don't even um, advertise in urban media, where they don't even the DEC don't even support their only Senate Senate candidate, Preston Love. I don't care what you think if he got a chance to win or not. They need to be supporting his campaign, and they haven't. The truth is the truth. I know the truth hurt. Well, stay on the true side. It won't hurt then. But it's making money Monday. Who making money? It's the same people. Byron Allen has been a great spokesperson for black media in regards to um, political candidates spending money on our platforms. We provide information for you. I know y'all think such and such is such and such, but no one do what we do here at the Boss. No one highlights our neighbors like we do. No one does. We're gonna be celebrating 10 years for those that support us. December 31st, New Year's Eve, we're having a major fundraiser for our station. Every morning we play artists from this community. I've been working on something that's going to change the music game. You better take advantage of me now because tomorrow I might not be around for you to take advantage of. Tired of the disrespect, tired of the microaggressions. I'm made different. So on this Making Money Monday, who making money? The same people. The judicial system, because we hurt each other Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The correctional facility, because again, we want to think we above the law in our behaviors Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now we got to go to court today. The hospital facilities, because we beat our women, beat our children, or hurt each other. Now the hospital facilities are making money on this Making Money Monday. Who making money? They are or you? And then we got black businesses over here, businesses of the evening. Our young people don't have nowhere to go, so they get their money on Friday, they spend their money somewhere else outside the community on Friday night. They got to go every elsewhere around the community to spend their money. We do it to ourselves, and then we want to blame the so-called Caucasian man. Oh, the Caucasian man got me. No, no. Quit blaming others when we have responsibilities for ourselves and we have the opportunity to change our own destiny. Now, for those that I'm tired of a losing game plan. That's why I asked Preston Love. He played for Bob Devaney. Bob Devaney was not a loser. Nebraska, baby, we're not losers over here. We Omaha, baby, Omaha. Shouts out to our native brothers and sisters. We go against the current. No followers. Shouts out to Senator, oh yeah, Michael McDonald. No followers. We trendsetters around here. Greatness come from around here. So I'm tired of seeing people get on the mic and lie, saying that they're trying to get the vote out when it's not so. If you don't hear them advertising here, they're not trying to get the vote out, y'all. They're not spending money to get your vote. Just listen. Listen to other stations. I listen to my so-called competition. I don't got no competition. Only competition is me. It's self. In the competition around here, I'm the greatest around here, without a doubt. Got the stats. You should have the same feeling about yourself. No one can love you more than you. We only got so much time. Time is finite. Time is finite. But it's lot time. It's lot time. It's lot time. It's lot time. So, like I said, the Media Man March, the 29th anniversary is coming up on the 16th. I was there. It's the first time I actually felt God. Mr. Farrakhan, I think he's in his 90s now. The Nation of Islam is really quiet. Everybody's quiet. So, young ladies, young men, as y'all go to school, you're gonna find that life is hard when you go out and make it that way. 95% of the boss with me.
Cheap Productions.
And the rain kept coming. And the Bible said they were partying. They were dancing. They were popping their fingers. They were getting all down when the rains came. And the book said he killed them all. And it even repented him that he had made a man like that. And then he said, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be at the coming of the Son of Man. Remember what I said on that wicked and adulterous generation, Jonah, huh? We'll get there in a second. In the book of Genesis, 3 men met with Abraham in the plains of Mamre. One of them was the Lord. Abraham recognized him and said, Lord, if I have found favor in your sight, pass not away from me. Sarah, fix him some food, he may be hungry. Sit down, Lord, and rest yourself. But the Lord came to control some business. And he said, Abraham, I'm sending these angels down to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. And I'm going to kill everything but Lot and the members of his family. Abraham was hurt by the judgment of God. And he questioned God's judgment. And he said, but would you destroy the righteous alone? God knew Abraham didn't understand. So he said, Abraham, find 50. I will save the city. But meanwhile, they just go down into Sodom and get ready to take care of business. Abraham couldn't find 50, he couldn't find 40, he couldn't find 30, he couldn't find 20. Meanwhile, the angels were living in Lot's house. But the men of Sodom were doing something that no man had ever done before them. What was that? Well, the Quran says they were looking at men with lust in their heart as they should a female. And that conduct was abominable in the sight of God. See, pastors. You cannot hide the standard of God under a bushel basket and preach for the sake of money and leave the standard of God alone. You have to bring the standard of God out from under the bushel basket and put it up high so that the people will see how far off they are. So that when God starts chastising them, they'll know exactly why they're being whooped. The people of Lot came to Lot's house. They knocked on the door. What you want? You want them fine looking men you got up in there. I said, wait a minute. Here's my 2 daughters. Look at them. They're beautiful girls. We don't want your daughters. Mr. Levine, is that what it is? Levin or Levine. Usually it has an E on the end of it if it's Levine. But whatever it is, you know who I'm talking to. You call me homophobic. He's anti-gay. What would you say if Lot came back? What would you say if Abraham, whom you claim to be your father, if he came back? What would you say? Would you call Abraham homophobic? Talk back to me. I love gay people. I love every one of my brothers and sisters. I don't care what their circumstance of sin is, because I got circumstance of sin, and ain't nobody in here holy. Where's the Holy One? Stand up! Everybody better sit down. You ain't holy, brother. You better sit down. The Bible say all our righteousness is like filthy rags with God. All of us have fallen short of the glory of God. Ain't none of us that don't stand in need of God's mercy. None of us. So I'm not throwing off on those who have that particular problem, because we all got a problem we got to deal with. I got to put it on you. And you know why I got to put it on you? Because I love you. I love you. And I want us to escape God's wrath, and there is a way out. I'm going to tell you the way out so we can get out. Switzerland can get out too. You can get out. Clinton can get out. Everybody can get out. But you got a window of opportunity and it's closing. Almost there. Abraham couldn't find 30, couldn't find 20, couldn't find 10. God said, go back. See if you can find one. Abraham came back and said, I couldn't find one. Meanwhile, the angels told Lot, take your family, get out, and don't look back. And when Abraham was convinced that the judgment of God was true, the Bible said on that very day, fire and brimstone fell in Sodom and Gomorrah. And the Bible says, as it was in the days of Lot in Sodom and Gomorrah, so shall it be at the coming of the Son of Man. Oh, beloved family, I've got just about a few more minutes. I can't take too much more time. But beloved family, Selma, I'm just filled. I'm full because of what I've experienced while being here. The beauty of this people and the sadness of your condition and the hypocrisy of those in leadership who would dare tell you that things are better while they're manipulating every day to rob you of the power of your vote so that they can stay in power for life and still lead you and teach you and have control over you while they themselves have not repented of the evil of yesterday as well as the evil of today. As it was in the days of Lot in Sodom and Gomorrah, so shall it be at the coming of the Son of Man. 2 more pictures I'm going to give you, and one, of course, is Pharaoh. And that's very close to our hearts. Because I don't ever hear white folks saying, go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Why don't you let my people go? That's your song. White folk don't sing that. They know they ain't in no Egypt land. But you in a modern Egypt, under a modern Pharaoh that's had us in bondage over 400 years. And they have a conspiracy. Like the old Pharaoh, kill all the male children and spare the female. They don't want you connecting to Africa. They don't want you connecting with no power but them. And they want to determine who your friends are going to be. So every black man that you've had that went outside of America to find a friend over there, they were maligned by the press and called sellouts of black people. You know them, brother. They did that to W.E.B. Du Bois. They did that to Marcus Garvey. They did it to Malcolm. And when Martin, may God rest his great soul, saw that the war on poverty by Mr. Johnson would never be successful because of the prosecution of a war in Vietnam. When he spoke against that war, they called him meddling. And the government sent down a decree of death on our brother. Right to this day, this modern Pharaoh he has found new ways to kill us. I'm not a dreamer. I didn't lay down and dream that there's a conspiracy. There's a man that's Jewish. Tell me I'm crazy because I think of conspiracy theories. You can't be Jewish and not understand conspiracy. You can't be Jewish and not understand conspiracy. Pharaoh had a conspiracy against the children of Israel. Who was that man, Haman, and the king, Ahasuerus, and Mordecai? And who was that brilliant woman of the Bible? Oh, what was her name? Esther. Queen Esther. They had a conspiracy to kill all the Jews. Not some of them, all of them.
Lost production. Lost
Esther and
production.
Mordecai prevailing on the king Ahasuerus. Every Jew in that area would have been killed. That's not in the Bible as a joke. You that grew up in Selma, the older ones that sit in front of me, you know there was a time when you didn't have to lock your doors. You know there was a time in Alabama, even under the heat of white oppression, that we never did to each other what we're doing to each other today. Pharaoh has decided to let you go, and then he's decided to kill you, just like he did the children of Israel. I got to tell you, because you're dying right in front of me as I'm looking. You're in the valley of the shadow of death. You talk about the shadow of hate, Mr. Levin. We live under the valley of the shadow of death. Look at it, brothers and sisters. No more welfare reform. We let you go. Affirmative action, gone. They let you go. Entitlement programs, gone. They let you go. Oh yeah. Medicaid, Medicare, going, they let you go. You crying, look, why are you doing this down there? You sounded like them stupid children of Israel. Out in the wilderness, they would rather be back under Pharaoh than be free. Here's Miss Rose Sanders fighting for you. She ain't getting nothing from it. She's not getting rich from her struggle. She's fighting for you. What are you waiting on? You waiting for death to come to the door so you can have a big funeral and talk about how strong she was? What the hell is wrong with you? There ain't no sideline in this struggle. You stood on the sideline when King marched on that bridge, but the resistance. grow up strong. Your sons grow up weak. All these girls in here strong, independent, courageous. Mother Cooper didn't knock the man down. We wouldn't even know he could have failed. A sister had to show us he could go down. I love you, Mother Cooper, and I'm honored to be in your company. Everybody in this room will never see Mother Cooper and flip the hat straight. She knocked the sheriff down and had been knocking us down. And we trembling with fear, but a woman with strength rose up and hit him with the power of God. I know Mother Cooper surprised herself. But Mother Cooper, see, it wasn't you. It wasn't you, Mama. See, Mama, the Bible, Holy Quran said, I will slay them at your hand. See, when you become an instrument of God, He used you as a battle axe. He used the jawbone of an ass in Samson. This is an ass because he got a jawbone. And God got me in his head. And all I got to do is move my jaw and speak the truth. And the Philistines' heads get crushed. See them, they can't take it. They run out. Well, it's getting tough. Them Negroes might attack me. Ain't nobody going to attack you. It's just your own fear out of your own evil, wicked hearts that make you think somebody going to attack you. No, we can't do the job. But God is able. Now I'm just about finished. Let me wind this up. Nebuchadnezzar and Belshazzar had the Hebrew boys. Took the gold and silver vessels and poured wine and strong drink in them. Changed their names, changed their tongue, changed the meat that they ate. Azariah, Hananiah, Zephaniah, Mishael changed their name to Shadrach, Meshach, and a bad Negro. I mean a bad Negro. And look at you. Where's your name?
Oh, yeah.
We call your name today. You stand up, but that ain't your name. That's your slave master name. Johnson, Jones, Smith, O'Reilly, Jackson, White, Brown, Green.
Boy, that Mr. Farrakhan, boy. Oh, yeah. You know, I'm a Mia Man marcher. I was there October 16th. 95, y'all. No job. I was a young man. 95. You know, they said, oh yeah, and we didn't run up on the Capitol. No, we didn't run up on the Capitol. You know, we peacemakers. Y'all always gonna make the black man like we attackers. No. Shouts out to all the 3 million brothers that showed up on the mall October 16th. That's actually the first time I actually felt God. And then I could, oh, see, there you go. God's in the building. I got the goosebumps. God's in the building. See, the Million Man March have changed me, man. Oh, see, I got the armor of God on. I ain't scared of nobody. Death is inevitable. You already killed 2 of my brothers. Oh, yeah, you killed 2 of my brothers. Both of my brothers died at 19. What I'm supposed to act like a chump? You killed two of my brothers. Oh, my mama wept. And I was old enough to remember when they knocked on the door when my second brother got killed. I remember when they knocked on the door, the police knocked on the door and informed my mama that my brother was dead. I remember that knock as a 6-year-old. Hilltop Projects, living with my sister. She lived on top of the hill. We lived at the bottom of the hill. Don't get mad at me. This is where I come from. I ain't gonna turn away from which I came. All my mom survived off my neighbors because she couldn't read and write. She survived off our neighbors in the church, without a doubt. And we can't even do the same. We talk about each other because we have less than. We all got less than if we neighbors. If you live in a certain zip code, we die. If you're a black man, we die 10 to 15 years earlier than everybody else in this community. Ain't y'all tired of these statistics? I am. But with all this stress, we gotta enjoy life.
Absolutely.
You gotta take time. All this stress, I talk about all this gloom and gloom, but I want to bring a smile to y'all today. Today is Making Money Monday, and it's the behaviors that make the money. It's by collaborating, partnering, using collective economics, bartering, saving, investing. And the best system of them all is not capitalism, it's not socialism, it's not communism. The best system of them all is mutualism. It's a system where I need you and you need I. That's how we survive, baby. That's how my mama survived, because she couldn't read and write. She needed all our neighbors to survive. And we can't get no help from our neighbors in 2024. So I'm spanking butt 2025. If you own a mic and you're lying, oh, I'm coming at you. I like to be unliked, And I'm getting in shape. I'm going to be at B&B tonight, working on the uppercut.
That's probably where I need to be.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Probably need to be there with you.
Oh, yeah, okay. Bob and Weave. It's a black Terrence Crawford in every neighborhood.
Probably 3 or 4.
Yeah. Whooping feet, boy. All over North Omaha, all over East Omaha. Shouts out to East Omaha. Shouts out to all Omaha, the burbs, the bluffs. Without doubt, greatness come from here. We got a guest in the house, and my God. See, man, I'm happy because the Main Man March coming up. See, I'm telling you, Greater New Hope Baptist Church, that's where I was raised. Shouts out to Reverend Kelly. That's why they call me Reverend New Hope, the only hope you got. Oh, yeah, I'm the only hope you got. And then the reverends get mad. Why y'all get mad at me, Reverend? Because I got the big mic. I got the biggest mic in the city. And I'm bringing the gospel. You just heard Mr. Farrakhan. We're bringing the gospel over here. It's lot time, y'all. I'm serious. It's lot time. I bring some sarcasm and some humor to real life stuff. You just saw 2 hurricanes hit the South. I couldn't even believe the devastation they had in North Carolina. It's even not by the water. So God is upset. So y'all better get right. Mr. Farrakhan been talking about this all the time. Y'all been praying all these years. Now it's coming. Everybody want to party. But it's all right. We're going to party like it's 1999. Because we got a party coming up too. So until God take it away, we're going to party. No, I was kidding. No, Omaha, we got a guest in the house. You know how these stars are. They got their own noun, verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases, all yes and predicates to introduce themselves. I'm going to let this brother introduce himself. He got an event coming up. We want to, socialize. Honestly, when you smile, when you laugh, it creates endorphins that create healing. So obviously, God wants us to get around and fellowship and enjoy life and smile and dance and all that good stuff. Right now, and mingle. I mean, yeah, God wants to mingle right now.
Man,
ain't no need for us to be single.
Yeah, it does coming into the doom and gloom.
Yeah, heck yeah. I seen this. And I was a part of an event earlier this year. This young lady, she put on an event for people that are, I think, 50 and up. To get them out the house to mingle again.
Right.
To find a partner, I guess, per se. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if you're 50, 60, 70, I see some of y'all 70-year-olds, y'all be looking good out there. I guess,
right.
Because I'm reporting 60. I said, damn, I'm looking at 70-year-old. What the hell? I'm getting older. I feel crazy right now, even talking about this right now.
Man, I can't even keep my dad in the house. He's 74. He all over the place.
Oh, your daddy?
Yeah, man.
Oh, your daddy still out there?
Man, he stay busy.
Okay.
Man, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to get back into stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I see him running around everywhere, man.
Okay, so
him, Willie Barney, be moving with that empowerment network. Man.
Okay, heck yeah. Now who your daddy?
Ben.
Okay, so Ben is your daddy?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I was gonna ask you, was it Gray? All right. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
He's my father.
I saw him. He said he just had a knee replacement or hip replacement or something because he had a cane.
Yeah. So now he's more Vader than he used to be. But he came through real good, man. He had a good surgery. He's back on his feet. I think he overdid it in the yard last night.
Well,
he can't keep him down, man.
Yeah, man.
The brother moves.
That we're just talking about his work. I had Brother Love on here. We're talking about with this kaleidoscope of many years. Well, actually, Michael Scott was talking about. Michael Scott and I were talking about Brother Ben and his 25 years of doing kaleidoscope and
30.
Yeah, 30 something. Okay, yeah. Yeah. More than that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because it was close to 40. Yeah. So no, see, we gotta put some respect on people's names. See, that's what I'm talking about. Oh man, that's what. You get me fired up. I don't know why they trying to set me up this morning, y'all, because I'm trying to not drop names today. I do want to drop names because as a Democrat, and your father's a Democrat, we cannot, and he didn't get a lot of support from the party.
No, he
didn't get a lot of support from the Democrat. See, that's what I'm talking about.
No, politics is a mess right now.
That's what I'm talking about. But we're gonna talk about something else, y'all.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because that was a good empowerment meeting.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
This last Saturday. At least we got to see everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And hear their lives in person.
Oh yeah. No. I feel the same way, man. Oh man, come on, man. And I feel it because if I ran a campaign, I ran Mayor Fahey campaign, and Mayor Fahey, when I ran in North Omaha, Rebecca Patlin, prayers to her. I know she just had a stroke. Her and the Patlin family over in South Omaha, prayers are with you guys. So she ran the Hispanic community. I ran the North Omaha community. They had a gentleman out in West Omaha. We ran Mayor Fahey campaign, so he put money in North Omaha to get per voter. So I know if they've invested to get you a vote, North Omaha, if they're not invested in the media companies like Omaha Star, ourselves, maybe First Sky, because they're on the internet, then they aren't investing to get your vote. And then if they're not invested in the top of the ticket, like Preston Love, the DNC didn't give him no money. I talked to the guy.
Yeah.
It's 20-some days. But the independent, how can an independent, they like showing the Democratic Party off. What y'all doing over there?
Well,
Dan Osborne?
Yeah, too. It has to do a lot with not to get in politics, but a lot of it too has to deal with can you win? If the numbers aren't there for you to win, you can be running your whole life,
right,
and losing your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because the numbers just aren't there for you to win, and if you have to know where your numbers are,
right.
If you don't know where your numbers are and you can't sway those numbers, no point in you running.
Right. Life
gotta have a platform. Good platform.
Life in the city, but if you're at the top of the ticket, it'd be good to invest in that because on the bottom of the ticket, you can galvanize more people to come out on the bottom of the ticket. So I don't care about no numbers. I took statistics too. We real smart over here. And I really don't go with the theories of mass in them. Because, I'm way older than mass in them. I'm older than 2025 before BC. See,
eminently older.
so shouts out to Midland Lutheran College in Fremont, Nebraska. without a doubt. So, brother, you got an event coming up, and like I said, when we smile, when we enjoy each other, when we are in fellowship, when we laughing, it creates endorphins that create healing, because all the work is stress, all the stuff we talk about is stress. But when we get together,
you know how it is with me and you.
Right.
We see each other at the spot.
Right.
We're already having a good time. So.
Right. So tell us what you got going on. First, introduce yourself. Let us know, because you let everybody know that you Ben's son.
Well,
but
I'm pretty sure most folks know who I am. But to give a little history on this event that we're having, Wine and Wealth.
Okay.
Basically, I don't know. You work, know, and for me, I was putting a lot, into my 401k, always trying to expand my money.
Right.
Looking at different means and natures and things like that. And then one of my friends turned me on to these IUL policies. These there was like a universal life policy.
You said what?
IUL.
IUL.
Yeah, it's kind of like a universal life policy, independent universal life policy, something like that. I mean,
a universal black part. We got a policy. Black people got a policy we didn't know about.
Well, I mean, you can create a policy. So basically, okay. So here's the thing. So I got to talking to this guy. He's a really good guy, Tony Jenkins. He used to. I'm thinking Tony. I know he played for the Dallas Cowboys for a hot minute. I think he walked on. Played at Utah State, but then blew his knee out. Lives in California now. He's got this. He works for this company, WFG. They have these financial wealth tools.
Okay.
And what he's done is he's built this financial wealth. I won't say empire, but he's been at it for 10 years.
Okay.
And he's created what's called financial literacy centers.
Okay.
So basically, there's a lot of different techniques to wealth that we don't know how to use.
Okay.
Or that we don't want to use because it's not a get rich script. It's not
overnight
quick. It's not overnight.
Right.
You have to, number one, believe in yourself, invest in yourself, take the time, know how to protect, grow your money. You know what I mean? And then you can leverage that money down the road.
Okay.
So the goal for us is to get Tony out here, along with some other, folks, LLCs.
Right.
What we want to do is we want to sit down, see how we can possibly bring a financial literacy center here.
Okay.
Because he's been successful opening one up in Nashville, Atlanta, of course, California.
So will you be open to doing a seminar, coming in for a seminar?
Absolutely.
Or
absolutely.
Like a workshop where we can open it up to the community?
Yeah, actually, that's what he does. And that's why I'm bringing him out. The Wine and Wealth event is really just to get him here.
Okay.
And so get him around people so he can network,
Right.
So he can network, he can get to know the community a little bit more, know who the players are.
Right.
Know, how the city moves, things of that nature. So,
right.
And then, around what we're going to do, the event is on the 19th. It's really just a social event.
You bring your flyer in
here?
Yeah. So we can keep it, and then we can.
Yeah, you can post it. Okay.
So he'll be here.
He'll be here this weekend.
Okay.
And the goal is, to have the Wine and Wealth event. But we also want to meet. So we're going to have hopefully two different symposiums, Women in Wealth.
Okay.
And then another one for the brothers, Men in Money.
Okay.
And basically we're just going to sit down and kind of just not really brainstorm, but just share ideas.
Okay.
About financial wealth, but with the cornerstone being around, what Tony's bringing.
Okay.
To the table. So
now, is this a free event?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. This is just something where, come out, mingle, have good conversation, couple glasses of wine.
Okay.
We'll have food, drink, all that kind of good stuff.
Okay.
And really, it's just some, it's just a place where we can get together, share ideas, and
I like it. Now, who's these young ladies on the cover?
So they are actually the two ladies who are part of his network, WFG. So a lot of them become licensed agents.
Okay.
I work in insurance. I'd like to become a licensed agent, but by the time I get done with work, man, I don't want to hear anything about it.
Right.
At all.
Right.
I mean, maybe down the road.
Right.
And it's something that if you're a young person, like 18 years old, I mean, they've got some people who have started at like 18. They're like 31 now, and they're multimillionaires.
Right.
So if you understand the different ways wealth works and how to invest correctly, 10 years, you can be a millionaire. Well, and if we can create that here,
right,
with our young people, I mean, if we can have, 100, 600 millionaires walking around here in 10 years, that greatly and drastically changes your economic situation.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I love it. I just joined a group of brothers and sisters where I think it's an investment club. I just joined last month, so committed to putting in $200 each month.
Yeah, and Dad is in that one too. I was thinking about getting that. Hey, man, you can never be too not invested. You know what I mean?
Right.
So and then that's the thing, man. You gotta, the older you get, you understand you have to spread your money around,
right, and
then use that money, leverage that money for yourself, and then hopefully you can also do some more things in the community.
Yeah, without doubt. And it also create a legacy for the next generation too.
Right. Building trust, all kinds of things. But you have to know these things. You have to actually study that. I mean, I remember back in school, well, at least way back when I went to school, we actually had courses on banking in high school.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, what high school did you go to?
Central.
So, but Central then was there's only a few college prep high schools. I know Bryan was, Central was, as far as in the metro. So I can understand.
North kind of became one.
Yeah.
Because they started to get the magnet students.
Yeah. I mean later on. Yeah. But when in the 80s, early 80s, there wasn't that many college prep schools. Central was one. Bryan was one. That's why I went to Bryan. I think Northwest was one also.
Well, Central almost had to be one because it's proximity to Creighton.
Right. Yeah. Right. So
it's a pipeline basically.
Yeah, without a doubt. Shout out to the Eagles. Shout out to the Eagles. Eagles rule. Without a doubt. I'll give y'all some love. Even though Bears eat Eagles, we eat Eagles. But this weekend, I got a couple of my good friends coming in for homecoming. Shout out to all the Warriors from Midlands on homecoming. So I got homeboys flying in. So we'll be in the building.
That's what's up.
From DC and Milwaukee is going to be in the building for sure.
Okay.
I'll bring my homeboys. And then
are more than welcome. And then, like I said, man, this is something that we want to push everywhere we can.
I want to actually we get funding for tourists. I really want to. I'm really tired of investing in concerts. I want to put that money towards, like I said, some type of economical summit where we bring this brother in. We got a lot of other brothers that's on the internet. I see that's
a brilliant idea.
That be teaching out here the economics, and then I would offer that brother to see if he can actually do a radio show on our network, and so he can teach. He has a consistent conduit, because if you don't control your voice, see, my mama picked cotton for y'all for free, and they couldn't talk. It was against the law for two of us to get together. Yeah. We have a mic now. Your dad had a mic now, and your dad gave me a chance to expose my greatness, and I'm just mimicking what I learned from the older brothers that were around me. If we're not trying to expand everybody else's vision, we can't take advantage of it directly or indirectly.
Yeah, definitely. And as we got older, I mean, I think, as you.
And so economics, if we don't teach it, who's going to do it? We
right.
see
Nobody's coming into the crib and teaching anybody. You know what I mean? Not teaching us, at least. So
it was done on purpose, not to teach us
absolutely.
economics.
Well,
it was against the law for us to read.
Well, wealth in general.
Right.
You know, one of the craziest things, or one of the most heartfelt things I felt. Speaking of my father, he took a trip with the Empowerment Network down to Black Wall Street in Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember him coming back, and he had spent a day in the church. There's a church that has a basement, and it was like one of the last bastions. Where
you said last what?
Last bastions. Well, basically,
what's a bastion?
Like, it's the last place where people were gathering during the Black Wall Street massacre.
Oh, okay. So
it's, you know, it's
so you can probably feel the aura of people death. The
well,
essence.
and they kind of turned it, and from what I understand, they turned it into somewhat of a museum and a memorial.
Mm-hmm.
But just when you see the names and you go through the history and you look at the power of that community held and what they represented, and the fact that it was so brutally destroyed overnight because they were successful, economic, and wealthy. You have to remember, this is right around the same time. If you've ever, I don't know if you had a chance to watch the movie Killers of the Flower Moon.
No, I haven't.
You know, they were doing the same thing to the Native Americans as well, but they were doing.
Oh yeah.
They were doing. You know,
I didn't want to see that. I'm tired. I'm tired of.
Yeah,
I'm tired of seeing them.
De Niro and DiCaprio were pretty bad in that one, though. But I mean,
the actors, but you know, but
anyway, the story of it is,
right.
But he was just, you know, you could see in his face, you know, just the.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right. Well,
yeah. But it makes you focus more, and it makes you want to get back to where we were. And the only way we can do that is to educate ourselves.
Period.
Understand the laws, understand the way money works, or at least the way they have money working. But once we understand the way it works, then we make it work for us.
Right out.
And that's the only thing. I mean, that's just got to leverage it for your benefit.
Well, like I said, I love the philosophy that we're teaching our own. It's a philosophy of a free man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And we are free. I mean,
we're not behaving. Some of us not behave like that. Some don't behave like that.
Yeah.
So
I'm one of those that looks at the glass half full. I think there's enough of us that we can get them right.
Heck yeah, without doubt.
Yeah.
All right. So, but it starts right here. This is one of the pedestals.
Yeah.
This is one of those steps that can make it happen, and by bringing those that have the that economic bug.
Well, the knowledge. I mean, knowledge isn't good if it just sits in your brain. It needs to be shared. And I think, and then you have to know where to go to get the opportunities, and then you have to network and put ideas together. Like that idea that you have, being able to come up and financially talk on the air about different things of that nature. I mean, let's not just talk about it. Let's put it in motion.
Yeah, without doubt. If
you know what I mean, 6 months to a year from now, let's make that a reality.
Sure. Actually, we make it happen in the next few weeks.
Do that too.
Time is of essence. It's Lot time. I'm behaving like Lot. I'm trying to come down and get 50. I'm trying to come like Lot. I'm trying to get 50. I'm trying to get 40, God. God, you'll give me one more time. Let me get one. Let me get one, God. So I'm in the midst. I'm in the midst of trying to bring people back to God, man. And the only way to do it is that we got to support each other. Actually love our neighbor, not talk about it, demonstrate it. And that's why I invited you in, because I knew this is necessary for other people to know about it.
I appreciate it. I really appreciate the opportunity to let me jump on. I'm glad I ran into you this weekend.
Omaha, the birds are blessed. Anything we didn't discuss that you want to make sure that we?
No. I mean, I wanted to basically get this out there. I will be giving you updates throughout the week.
Okay, cool.
And if I need to, when you are willing to extend me the gracious presence, if I have more to go, I mean, but I'll.
Okay.
But I'll.
When these ladies gonna be in town?
They are in town. They are part of the network now.
Okay.
They live here. They actually live here.
Okay, so you can bring the two ladies. Yeah, we are brought the handsomeness in. Bring some beauty in.
Right.
Bring some beauty in, Brother Gray. So invite the young ladies, have them come back, and then we can talk to them maybe like Thursday or Friday. Wednesday is Winning Women Wednesday. We recognize women on Wednesday, so that'd be a good day also to have them come back.
Okay.
So we get it going on. So I would love to make sure that, and you should put, what's his brother's name again? You should put his name on here. Why his name ain't on here?
He basically created the flyer. I don't know why he didn't put his name.
Yeah, what the heck?
But I don't know. I don't think that. I'm more, in this aspect. I'm more of a promoter. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting it out there.
Okay.
It to me.
Okay, so he promotes.
I had the name, and you know what I'm saying.
Right.
I knew the people with a little bit of gift of gab. You know what I'm saying, to get on and talk about some stuff. So
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, tell him put his name on there. So, that summit, but also if we can maybe even talk about them doing a show. You don't have to be in Omaha.
Tony loves to talk. He's got a lot of marketing expertise. He's just got a new book out as well about financial. I'm sure he'll pitch that to you as well.
Okay. So he's a businessman.
He's a very intelligent brother. Really knows how finances work. There's a monster out there in California, man. Just putting a lot of different things together, and he's doing a lot of it through his financial literacy center out there. He'd like to bring one here.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, it's necessary, it's needed without a doubt, and we got to teach our own. We can't depend on anyone else to teach us. And you see how they doing, stuff in the school system where they're taking out books and all that stuff. So we can't worry about them. We got to teach our own. Without a doubt. I gotta I'm feeling revolutionary right now. I'm
like, are you not?
so I've been trying to come with more honey than vinegar. I've been trying to
tea and crumpets.
Yeah, but I don't like the honeymoon stage. I don't like the honeymoon. So I'm giving people until the 31st. I'm gonna see. Actually, we're doing our 10th year anniversary. I'm gonna see who show up and who do not show up. Really, I learned from an elder. Shouts out to Dick Davis. He was the only one that actually believed in me.
That's a good dude right there.
and he's the only one that actually invested. Now I did go to brother Ben and brother God rest his soul, Jim Nelson, because he had Ben had Kaleidoscope, Jim Nelson had Common Ground. They're the only two brothers that was on network TV, and I was on both of their shows. So I went to both of them gentlemen, because they had the most knowledge as far as when I'm making decisions. But Dick Davis one financed me, and he told me, remember, on one hand, those that didn't help you, and remember, on the other hand, those that did help you. And he said, when they come asking for help those that help you first. And so I'm teaching young people, I'm teaching that philosophy. Remember those that have helped you. I've interviewed and validated and authenticated a lot of people when they ran for politics, starting a business, advocating their products or services, promoting their events. People telling them to come here. You know why? Because we have what my mama taught me. Oh yeah, some ethics.
Very important.
Loyalty, trust. Those are things my mama taught me. Now we'll talk about you, but it's gonna be truthful. I ain't gonna lie on you. because we got a day Tell Truth Tuesday, and y'all don't like that day. I'm gonna tell the truth tomorrow. I'm gonna drop names. We got a couple people that's running for office, and just because they look like me, they done some stuff to me. They threatening me.
Oh, I wonder who that could be.
Honestly, I got threats for real. And they asking for y'all vote like they all good. Then I get in the room, they act like they don't see me.
Well,
but
make sure you vote though.
But no, yeah. So
November 5th, register by Friday, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So I'm not distributing no to vote.
In the street talking.
No, vote for the other person though.
Hell yeah. Oh, no.
So tomorrow might be an uneasy day. It's gonna be an uneasy day, for real. I'm gonna drop some names tomorrow. I'm gonna tell you who's been threatening me, who I got threatened by, because I told the truth. You see, when you're a king or a great, they like to assassinate you.
Yeah. That's why I roll. That's why I roll with a bunch of rough brothers.
So they like that. See, because when you're a truth teller,
good luck.
Yeah, when you're a truth teller, oh man, they don't like truth tellers. So I'm gonna keep telling the truth, baby. I'm gonna keep telling the truth. What I'm gonna do? I'm running towards the roar. I'm not running away from the roar. We go top projects, man. We ain't run away. And run away from nobody. So I'm not gonna run away from any issues, especially when I'm standing on the truth. And so I'm dropping names tomorrow because how can an independent raise all this money and they got a big old Democratic Party, and then the Republicans now are trying to switch the narrative to make him a Democrat? Ain't that crazy? They good though.
Yeah,
they good. They try him. That they good, but no, it shows you that independent can win. We need as Black people need to be independent. If the Republicans got our plank, we need to go with them, or our agenda. Or if the Democrats got our agenda is not abortion. Our agenda is poverty. And if we don't have a plank for poverty, a plan for poverty, then that's not anything else is not our issue as poor Black people. Our issue is not abortion. Our issue is not all this other stuff. That's their stuff. Our issue is poverty.
Yeah. And that effect, and I mean, because when you want to, I mean, if anything, the one thing outside of abortion that affects us more than is the infant mortality rate. And,
yes.
And the women that pass away.
They don't talk about that. They don't talk about. I only want to talk about it.
That's proportionally affecting us
way more,
3 times as big.
And if
you want to have a platform, you need to talk about that. I mean, have a platform that discusses what the people that who you're talking to actually is going to affect and help.
Yep.
They need progress. They need out of poverty. That's why we're having this, affair here.
Yeah, without doubt.
And, and then they also need progress in policy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you have to have decent policies that are going to get you out of that.
Are you going to be running for office, Brother Guy? Are you? Because you sound like you're running for.
It's probably
okay.
Down the road.
Or you might as well.
I mean, I want to make sure I got other things lined up, and
right.
And I have a platform, and then you got to go and you got to get the people behind you. Like I said, another thing is too. I mean, with you talking about the independent, another thing is you have to be visible. Osborne's running to get someone who is never visible, never around,
right,
never there, never has discussions, never is seen, just lives on the hill out in DC,
right,
and basically just clocks money for herself. I mean, and people can see that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then when you have somebody that's actually grounded and is talking to the community, that's why this race is closed.
Yeah, without doubt. Well,
but on the brighter note,
save the date. Wine and Wealth is coming up. Is that Saturday?
That is Saturday.
Okay.
That's at 5 p.m. That's just pretty much the mingle event. I'm going to come back on. I'm talking with Tony tonight. He's actually been in the Bahamas. having another seminar.
So
last weekend.
So how
no,
long?
Actually, I think he was in Utah.
Is it 5 to win? When is
that? 5 until.
So
yeah, we music. We've got the spot. Yeah. Outside of that, I don't know, man. It's like one of the first events that I really put on.
Okay.
So I'm trying to gauge it, you know what I mean, with the RSVPs and things of that nature, and then I'm just kind of reporting back to Tony.
Okay.
The bigger it gets, the venue may change.
Now, where is the venue? I got the address here. Is there a certain name for the venue?
No. That's just the house. We have a huge house.
Okay. So it's gonna be
we've got a full basement.
Okay.
It's like a full bar.
Okay.
We've got outside deck and patio.
Okay. Okay. So very intimate. So very intimate.
Very intimate setting.
Okay.
For right now.
Okay. All right. Cool.
We're gonna see how many people RSVP. If the spot demands it, we'll get a bigger spot.
If you want to RSVP, that number is 402-415-9639.
Gonna be a good time.
402-415-9639. We'll talk more about this. It is a free event opportunity where if you have economic knowledge, financial knowledge, it'd be a good time to come and fellowship. If you're in insurance or any type of financial discipline, you need to be in the room. This is an opportunity to fellowship, to get to know each other from all different disciplines. And that's why I've been asking our politicians on all levels, if you guys not meeting once a month, and so the community can take advantage of the total knowledge that's coming through your doors from the educational to the state house, then we're doing a disservice to our community. Senator McKinney, Councilwoman Johnson, I think that even a young lady, my brother Smith, they all have committed that they would meet once a month. So I'm encouraging the Rogers and whomever else that need to be in that room. You guys need to meet once a month so our community can take advantage of the knowledge that's coming on all levels, because there's always allocation of dollars. And if we got businesses that could take advantage of those dollars, then we need to let them know that these dollars are coming so they can prepare for them. Every other community does that. We call this day Making Money Monday. We're not talking about dollars and cents. We're talking about the behaviors that bring dollars and cents, and that's sharing knowledge.
Exactly. And creating your own wealth. You know what I mean?
Period.
You don't want to have to always run around and grab handouts, man. We've got to have our own economic platform. We've got to rebuild those places that were destroyed. But you can only do that. You have to build that here.
Right.
You know what I mean? For yourself. Because that's what everyone else does.
Well,
you look at other communities. You look at some of the Asian communities. You look at some of the Hispanic communities.
Is it because is it
a little bit more focused?
Is the default poverty again? Is it because poverty creates so many distractions that you can't focus on your?
Well, the level of distraction these days is out the door because of multimedia. You know what I mean? Because of all these different, you have all these different outlets, and some of them are truthful, some of them are not. You have to really watch your sources, where you're getting the information from. But that all comes from actually talking to the person, seeing the person,
right?
Getting to know the person, being in the room, having the conversation, knowing what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Financially, you can get involved in a million different things,
right? And
it might not be the right one for you, and you end up losing a whole bunch of money. You have to know what your level of understanding and what's your level of what's your expertise and what you bring to the table. But then you also need to know, what's a good investment, what's a bad investment.
Right.
But we're not teaching those things.
Right.
Those things are out there, but we're not teaching them, And, once one of us, gets to a point like that, it's important to bring everybody else up,
Well, the goal, my philosophy as we move into 2025, is to default on how we started by, creating community access radio, where I started a podcast and stuff back in 2009, even before it was podcasting. And so on the FM, if you want to, and talk to the young man, but if you want to start your own FM radio show here, we're going to, extend that invitation. I can't be the only one teaching per se, or even agitating, because in the kitchen you have to have agitation and friction in order to cook a meal.
Oh yeah, best meals come from friction.
Oh, I miss my mama. Oh, I miss my mama.
Miss mine too, brother. Trust me, I miss mine too.
Well, we could create a lot of friction and agitation in the kitchen, and then she was giving me all the education. She had a PhD in common sense. She couldn't even read and write y'all books, but all she had a PhD in common sense.
Man.
Oh yeah. Oh, I miss those days of cooking with my mama.
Yeah, my mom actually had master's degrees, so
so that's why you smart. So everybody, so it ain't no excuse for you.
Well, no.
That's why I said
yeah.
there's no excuse. If you come from an educated family, those that are educated, my mama can read and write. So what's your excuse? Right. I could have fell through the cracks and said my mom could read and write, and blamed her and all that. My daddy would go and all. I could do all that, like all y'all Negroes do. I could have did that. Hell no, my mama wouldn't allow that.
Excuse.
My mama wouldn't allow that. Man, my mama wouldn't allow it. So that's why I do here every day, because it's necessary. And it's necessary that we highlight what Brian is doing, because it's necessary that we start teaching ourselves. Like you said, the best knowledge is self-knowledge. And the best care, y'all want to get mad at Obama. Shouts out for Obamacare, but the best care is self-care.
Absolutely.
Period.
Your body and your mind.
Yeah, without a doubt. Omaha, anything else great? We got 13 minutes. You say you're about to run for office.
I'm not running for
I know the city elections
if
coming
I
up.
ever ran for office to be president, I guarantee you I'd win.
Okay, well, say might as well. The merit race is coming up. You can be the president of Omaha.
And that might not be me. I got some other brothers that I might put in there first, just because they have more expertise.
Okay, all right.
But
all
if
right.
I ran, I'd win. Trust me.
Okay, well, hey, might as well toss it up. The election is coming up on what, 20 some days. I just want you to just listen to the station and see who's advertising. I know Brother Vargas is gonna he did a little something.
Yeah, Tony's a good guy. Don's not a bad guy either.
I see Don all the time, like you're talking about who's visible.
Don's not a bad guy either.
He's Air Force.
That's probably one of the toughest ones.
Yeah, I mean, he's Air Force. My dad, Air Force. My dad.
Yeah, it's hard when they're both good guys.
Yeah,
I mean, it just becomes who's got the right policies and other things. But I don't want to hedge anybody's vote.
Well, I will tomorrow. Tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow. I got the.
That's gonna be interesting.
Tomorrow, I got Dutch County Valley right here, and I don't discriminate. I invite my Caucasian brothers and sisters.
Did you early vote? Did you already drop yours in?
No, I'm not early voting. I like to go in. I like to go in.
To the poll. Something might change by then.
Michael Scott said. Michael Scott. I'm gonna say lies. I'll rile Michael Scott up. Man,
I think Michael Scott had an event with Dad too. They were doing some voter.
Oh, really?
I think I've seen it online. Yeah, he's got a really good panel, decent panel.
Man, Miss Harris, I told her they don't even want to use the policy. Brother McKinney, Senator McKinney has a poverty legislation. I want to focus on poverty. No one has poverty legislation. You're talking about all these other stuff. Those other variables. Let's get to the default problem. And it's poverty. Mm-hmm. No one's coming to me with an initiative like that, black or white, except for Senator McKinney. And I think Senator McWayne has something to do with that. But Senator McKinney potentially has another 4 years. Wayne is out after this. And so I encourage the chairman of the DNC to look at the financial policies that brought $500 million. Why ain't Kamala doing that for all the other black cities? I mean, we already got a game plan, but they don't have a winning plan. We got legislation. So I'm gonna go through this and we're gonna go who we're gonna vote for, and if I know them or not. And if I heard something through the grapevine, we're gonna do all that tomorrow. We're gonna go through all the gossip. You ain't heard over here. We ain't want the gossip. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like this facts gonna be like an in loving.
It is the facts.
Yeah, it's gonna be like living colors. Y'all know living colors.
Facts, man.
In living colors tomorrow.
Just the facts.
We're going in living colors tomorrow, without doubt. So, it's man. I hate to do it, but and then one of the person said, well, if you do that, they're not going to invest in you. Well, they invest with me. Yeah, it's been 10 years. What am I waiting another day for?
Well, I'm gonna slide you some money just in case.
Oh man. And they get mad at Don Klein. Don Klein was a Democrat. Y'all beat him up so bad they switched to Republican. Y'all liked him when he was a Democrat. Y'all ain't say nothing. He'll make the same decision. Say a lot of murders back then too.
Yeah.
Nobody said nothing when he was a Democrat. But as soon as you say the Republican, now everybody. Well, stop, quit making crime. Y'all killed 2 of my brothers.
Yeah.
And then they give the witnesses addresses out so they can be intimidated. No, give the criminal addresses out. See, if I was running, but y'all don't like a real politician, y'all protect the criminals, but y'all want to give the victims address out so they can be intimidated or murdered or their families hurt. Yeah. See, I'm a former probation officer. See, I've been on both sides. See, I grew up in the projects, but I've been a probation officer, so I know the systems. So no, y'all protect the criminals, but no, y'all leave the victims vulnerable. So no.
Yeah, a lot of that started with Trump too, man.
No, they started with Trump. They started with Trump. No, they didn't. I was a probation officer in the 90s.
When did that become a thing where you weaponize a group of your supporters? You know what I mean?
Man, they always been doing that. It's called a KKK, called a skinhead. Man, they was doing that. What's new? There's nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun.
I get it's not
nothing new under the sun.
But it's just so much more.
No.
It's just more perverse now because
they've been saying our preachers been preaching this. They've been preaching this. Don't you go to church? Haven't they been preaching this day gonna come?
Right.
Come on. Well, why are we surprised? Honestly, everybody's surprised. Our preacher, shouts out to Reverend Kelly. God rest his soul. See, the real preachers are dead, except for Mr. Farrakhan. Everybody else, they driving out Cadillacs, Mercedes Benz.
That's probably why people don't go to church.
You know what I mean? I mean, come on, let's deal with the real truth. I'm a Million Man Marcher, and it's coming up, man. I'm feeling God. Ooh, I'm feeling God. Ooh, I'm feeling real thorough right now. I'm feeling. Ooh, I can't wait to get down to B&B tonight at 5. Terrence, you better not be in the building.
Oh God, there we go. And on that note,
I don't tell him I said nothing. You know, I went to school with his dad, so I got a little clout, man. You know, his dad was an all-state state championship wrestler. So
yeah.
Yep. So, you know, great pedigree. But no, you know, seriously, I'm gonna drop some names tomorrow. I'm honestly gonna go in the steam room. I'm gonna pray real hard, and then I'm gonna go to the highest point. I'm gonna go to probably Lewis Clark Monument. That's one of the highest spots. I'm gonna pray to God. Hopefully my prayer go a little bit quicker. Because I'm not really happy. I'm tired of people manipulating. They get on the mic and lie in front of you. We have great events. Shouts out to Empowerment Network, but people said they try to get the vote. If you're not on the boss, you're not trying to get out the vote. Because this is what we talk about. I'm standing on the shoulders of the Grays and the Nelsons. They had the big mic back then. I got the big mic now. And what I'm supposed to be soft and not tell the truth? So come to people giving you money and you got shh. No, man, I'm self-made. Yeah. I went to my rich Caucasian brothers and sisters. Y'all said no. I went to my rich brothers and sisters. Y'all said no, except for Dick Davis. Now when I walk in the room, oh yeah. your head bends down a little, don't it?
Yeah, well.
Because oh yeah, I got a big mic. Oh, that Negro got the big mic.
Yeah, well, accountability is a thing, man.
So that's why I say you got to be in the room, y'all.
Accountability is a thing.
Because I was making decisions like this brother Gabriel Gray was talking about, self-knowledge, self-investment, and then making sure that I surround myself with those that actually love me and support it. So
very important.
So, and that's why you guys need to be at this event, because if we're not around people that do it natural, that have a natural urge to teach others, and doing it from the essence, then you don't want to be in that room, but you want to be in this room because it's free.
Basically.
So they're not asking for nothing. They're doing it from their heart. They're doing it because they know that another conduit opportunity needs to be created.
Very well said. Thank you. I appreciate it, brother. Once again,
without doubt, Omaha, the birds are blessed, man. I'm fired up today. I really am.
I can't wait for tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Million Man March is the 16th, man, and I was at the Million Man March. I'm telling you, oh man, God, oh man, I just got so much goosebumps. Oh, I'm just so fired up. When I was at the Million Man March, this is how much love I felt. I have never felt this ever in my life since. But I know if we could do it one day, we could do it 2 days. So when I'm at the Million Man March, it was so many brothers. And then you see the women on the outside, the women weren't supposed to be there. But our black women, they gotta be there. Yeah, I gotta see my baby. I gotta see my baby.
I don't think he's going to the march. I better go follow him.
So you see all the women on the outside. but we got off. I rode by plane, and but everybody came in different ways. And then when I took the train to downtown, and then when I got the train, we walked over to the to where it was having the gathering. And when I got over there, it was so many brothers. It was was like this. It was just so many brothers was like shoulder to shoulder, and you can't help for stepping on people's feet. And so when I got there, I was stepping on people's foot. I stepped with one brother's foot, and I stepped another. I said, brother, I'm glad you're here to step on my foot. Oh man, I've never heard that word, brother. I'm glad you're here so you can step on my foot. We get brothers today, you step on their foot, they want to kill you. But I came from that experience. That one day, October 16th, 1995, where millions of brothers, brother after brother after brother after brother after brother after brother after brother kept telling me, brother, I'm glad you're here to step on my foot. Because we came to atone and repent. That holiday is coming up, baby. Oh yeah, I got the armor of God on, and I'm real thorough right now. So I ain't afraid of death. Death is inevitable. And so I'm going to drop some names, but I'm also prepared. I'm also prepared without a doubt. You can't sue the truth. Can't sue the truth. Shouts out to South Carolina Media Law School. Oh yeah, South Carolina Media Law School. Oh yeah, I'm real smart. That's why we call it Tell the Truth Tuesday. Oh yeah, that's why we call it Tell the Truth Tuesday. I'm dropping names tomorrow. I'm very unhappy. I'm tired of people getting on the mic lying and saying that they're doing this and doing that. They get millions of dollars to advocate their so-called advocacy for our community, and they don't advertise. We talk about infant mortality rate all the time. We're talking about 43% of our children in foster care. We talk about it. We got agencies that got money to advocate. They don't put no money over here. But they get millions of dollars and say they doing it.
That's why you got to have that accountability, man. You got to be able to hold them accountable.
People say that they fight criminal justice. I am criminal justice. I'm a former probation officer. I'm pro-police. Don't come over here commit no crimes. Period. This is no zone. Take your crime stuff everywhere else. Now, I'm not sinful. I'm only 85% saved.
Oh God, I hope you don't have to walk back any of the things you do tomorrow. I really don't.
Oh, dropping names. I'm coming like Ernie Chambers. Tomorrow I'm coming like Ernie Chambers. I'm coming out with papers, stats, and everything. I'm coming out with archives.
Be accountable with it. I mean,
I am.
Just do it out of spite.
Oh no, yeah.
Be accountable. I mean, that's the thing, man. If you really watched how people vote and what they do and kept a record of that, then you wouldn't be thrown off by these silly commercials that, don't tell the truth. But you got to really know somebody's record. And if somebody hasn't built a record, then they better have a really, really good platform of the changes they want to make and how they're going to get them done.
Right. But you're educated on that level. Most of our people aren't even educated on that level. They're not.
Well, I mean,
to me, what's is more important? And this is my argument. What's more important? Voting or participating on a jury? What's more important?
Voting or voting?
Voting is more important than participating in the jury.
Voting, well, I mean that's a stacked question because participating on a jury is going to come down to what lawyers think of what type of.
No. I'm saying if we had let me go back. I'll step backwards.
All right.
One step backwards. By registering to vote, you get both privileges: the vote and to participate on a jury.
True.
But most highly educated, PhD, Democrat, Republican, Negro, Caucasian, whatever you want to call them, all they talk about is the voting side. They never talk about the freedom side. And I'm tired of our people following their narrative. Shouts out to Martin Luther because he took us out of Catholicism. Quit following Romans because you're in Rome. That's why I asked, which is more important? Register and vote give you both privileges. But everybody always focuses on voting. Voting don't free us. Voting don't happen once every 4 years. Juries happen every day. They putting our brothers in prison every day. And that's why I'm talking about a plan for poverty. No one has a plan for poverty. See, that's a plan for poverty by registering the vote. So now we got so many black people, they can't weed us out. There's so many black people in there. Now we can argue it's discrimination.
That's true.
So we're talking about freeing our brothers. See, I need to be running. I need to be running for president, for real. I don't know, man.
Well,
honestly, because everybody focuses on the voting side, but never the freedom side. Our people ain't free. Our women are dying of immortality rate because the man ain't there. It was legislated out. We've been legislated out the house, and then women get mad at us. Remember, register and vote give you two opportunities, two privileges: voting and to participate in freedom of our people. It don't take one juror to stop a trial. I was a foreman of a jury. Put a sucker in jail for raping a 4-year-old black girl.
Well,
No, it's not important. but no, it's not important. No. Well, we got brothers going to jail every day, sisters every day. Which is more important, voting once every 4 years or protecting our brothers and sisters every day? Oh yeah, I'm fired up. I'm fired up today. Oh yeah, and you know what I'm coming with next? I'm coming with Malcolm X, Ballot or the Bullet.
I like it.
That's what we're coming with next, y'all. Oh yeah, we're gonna take it up a notch. Well, we're gonna see who got the big mic. We're gonna see who is the only urban contemporary station, because they said that they advertise with the only urban contemporary station. They advertise with us. We the only urban contemporary station in Nebraska. They're gonna send me a text. I'm tired of the arrogance. Tired of you putting the, oh yeah, we're gonna see who got the big mic over here. We're gonna sway voters over here. We're gonna see who has the ears of the community. So I'm fired up. I got the armor of God on me, and I already know. I already been have death threats, and everybody. I already told you guys, if you've been threatened, intimidated, assaulted, followed, whatever, you need to put it on record, just in case something happens to you, or you gotta protect your life. We live in a real world. You can expect other people to lie, steal, cheat, rob, murder, kill, incest, rape. You can expect it to happen. Every minute, 20 women get abused. Every minute in America, 20 women are getting abused. Every minute. I know the statistics. We smart over here. Remember, y'all made my mama pick cotton, but she made sure her son didn't. Would I die, Brother Gray? Oh yeah. Oh, wait till tomorrow.
To create a positive vibe today.
Oh, it is. It is positive. It's positive. Making money Monday, because it is positive.
But
because
I appreciate you. I really appreciate you giving me the time. Get this out there.
Without a doubt.
Let's do.
But you started.
Let's do more promotions.
No. I got set up.
I'm digging this. Can I get a sports show later?
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to open it up. We only charging $150 for an hour. We can teach you how to get sponsors for your show, and that'll pay for your show. And I've been telling business owners, this is how you become the expert in your field. If you're into finance, that's all. I've been looking for a financial show. We're looking for someone in real estate show. We're looking for a law show. I can't be the only one teaching. And we're celebrating 10 years.
So you're actually helping build those platforms too?
Yeah. If anyone want to create a show on our network on 95.7 The Boss, we reach 1 million people. If all you gotta do is sponsor your own show.
Cool.
And we'll give you the airways. The only requirement is you just can't cuss and you can't lie. That's it. We can exaggerate a little bit, have some fun. But
can't lie.
But you know, that's the only thing the FCC required, that we
can I bend the truth?
Yeah, we can bend. We can kind of twist it a little bit. But no, we got broadcast. That's why we have to have integrity. Broadcast, TV, and radio. We're directly tied to the emergency alert system. So anything domestic, as far as environmental that happen, or war, we're the first warning to the people. So when the pandemic came down, I got a letter, and if it was martial law, I can move around because I got a letter from the president, because I have a broadcast license. So we have integrity over here. So I can't be lying, because we can create riots if we put out misinformation.
True. Yeah.
Now the internet don't have you can do what you want on the internet. They can lie, they can do wherever they want. But on broadcast TV, broadcast radio, we cannot do it. It's regulated. We will be fined and sent to federal prison. Woo. I'm not going to jail for lying. What I got to lie for?
I didn't know it was that steep.
Oh yeah, without doubt. So that's why
I don't want to be on radio.
No. I mean, but that's potentially lie and create a riot. You know what I mean?
I get it. I believe that had to go by, was held to those same standards for 35 years on Kaleidoscope.
Yeah. Without doubt, your father never lied. Always brought in other people to give other people voices, and he always brought facts. And we as men, we should be standing on that.
And to leave on a positive note,
yes,
the news really reports on the 5% of the bad things that happen.
Yeah, you're right.
5% of the things do go good most days.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, it's called a fear of crime.
Yeah,
it's called a fear of crime. But again, we're gonna leave on a positive note. This is free event. I'm gonna talk about it all week.
Free wine. Enjoy some time.
So can we bring
your mind?
Okay, but you see, I'm gonna say positive. Nia Johnson,
Johnson, and Nikki.
Okay, they'll be hosts.
Those are the hosts. Yes,
okay.
They are the ones who are actually part of his team.
Okay,
Tony's team.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm kind of like a promoter.
Yeah, she kind of like
they helped me start my policy.
Okay.
Created. I mean,
so you talking about the
yeah, I mean
the IUL,
I've had my policy,
the IUL policy.
Yeah, I've had my policy for about 15 months.
Okay, so now
I'm already at, you know, so basically the policy lets you leverage the money.
Okay.
In your policy.
Okay.
Your policy is written for a certain amount the day you get it.
Okay.
Once you're invested or divested into it, which usually takes about 2 years, then you can borrow against that. And this is money that you can use to put a down payment on a home. His son, when he started his policy for his son when he was 8 years old.
Okay.
Turned the policy over to him when he graduated high school. He kept it, still paid into it until he graduated college. He leveraged his money, bought a Tesla straight up, didn't have to finance it, nothing.
Right.
And still had, you know, more money.
Okay.
And then used other policies so that if anything were to happen to him during the test, you know,
okay,
somebody else makes money, and then they put that into it. I mean, there's ways.
Okay.
To, you know, but the one thing is to be steady and to be, you know, you really want to be steady and be working. You know, $10 a day, you'd be surprised that could be $300 a month.
Right.
You know, and if you're doing that, you know, you can leverage that, especially over a 10-year period. You know, to where you could be $500,000 millionaire in 10 years and then leverage that money to do other things.
Right.
If we're teaching our children how to do that at 18, 21, we can then leverage all of that wealth to do bigger things later.
Right.
Because then you can kind of move that money in different ways.
I like that. We got to start somewhere.
Right. Absolutely.
2025, I've been saying all 2024, if you're a black man or if you're a man, but specifically if you're a black man, we can no longer suppress our greatness.
Ooh, absolutely.
It's time to be great, period.
It's time to come together and be, I mean, yeah, we can have our differences, but we need to hash those out behind closed doors. We don't need to do it in front of everybody.
Right. I am tomorrow, though.
Okay.
I am tomorrow. Some people say they don't watch me because I'm ghetto. That's all right. I am from the ghettos of North Omaha.
I'd still be like, if you put them on blast, I'd still be like, you know, once all the dust settles from elections and stuff.
It's like this. It's like this candy bar.
Whatchamacallit.
I don't know what you're talking about. Whatchamacallit. See, I told him it's a setup. They brought this brother to set me up, y'all. No, they did. See, that's why you're laughing. Look at the candy bar he brought in here. Look at it. He went old school on me. Whatchamacallit. Yeah, we had whatchamacallit and was talking smack. Yeah.
Oh man, Dooley put me back.
No. They set me up. They brought Brother Gray to set me up this morning. To get me fired up. Hey, look at it. Oh, they know. Omaha, the Birds of Blust, man. Make sure you guys come out.
October 19th.
It's coming out.
Well, get out of here.
Man, it's gonna be a great night
for me. I need some tea and crumpets.
Would I doubt? We're finna. I'm gonna have y'all check out because we do need to register to vote. I think the last day is the Friday.
I think it's Friday. Oh no,
online.
Friday is early.
Yeah, online. I think it's the 18th.
But let's not give them the wrong information. Give them all the right information.
So, but I know it's coming up that I'll get you that information. But I know the last day to register in person, where you can go to the voter the election office is on the 25th.
Right, it's 2 Fridays before the election.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah. All right, so we got some time. Again, by registering, the most important thing, of course, for those that don't like to vote, the Negroes, y'all know who y'all Negroes are. Well, the vote don't matter. Master Jim go do what they want to do anyway. You know, I got y'all Negroes on the sideline. My mama voted for the first time. Remember, she couldn't read and write. Oh man, I still remember that day when Obama ran 2008, and I took it to the polling, and she couldn't read the ballot, and she said, "I want to vote for Obama." I said, "There you go, right there." She did a little circle.
Right.
She was like 80. Man, she couldn't vote. Y'all wouldn't let her vote, but she could pick cotton for y'all. So for all y'all Negroes, yeah.
But remember that energy when Obama got in?
Yeah.
And the energy at the Million Man March?
Yeah.
I wish you could just bottle that up.
Right.
Just give that drink to brothers every day.
Right.
Just think about where we
Wow, man.
Think about where we be.
Wow, man. So
I'd like to see him get behind Kamala too. I mean, that's historic as well.
Right. What, he's not behind?
I don't know. I mean,
Well, man, you can't fake it. I mean,
but again, you know me, I'm not trying to hedge anybody's vote. I know what I'm doing when I get in.
Well, I know who I vote for. I know
what I'm doing when
I like
each his own. You know what I mean? That's why you have the vote. You get to make a decision for what you think is right.
Right. Man. So wow. You know, I like who I like.
Me too.
All right. I'm gonna keep it quiet. Well, I might go home and vote for president too tomorrow too.
Do what you got to do, man.
Yeah, I like.
Say it loud.
I like the two most hated presidents. I like. The most hated president is Obama. Y'all don't like him. Even most black people don't. And then I like Trump. And most of y'all don't like Trump, but I like him. They the two most hated. They the two most hated presidents of all time.
Probably.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they are.
Probably. Well, then two most recent too. I mean,
but
I mean, they hated Bush for a hot minute.
No,
he was pretty hated for a minute.
No, he just
Number
messed
one,
up.
the way he won, because it was the way he won. The
Okay.
Supreme Court decided it. Remember that? With him and Gore.
The
Supreme Court basically decided the presidency, so it wasn't left to the people.
Right.
So he was hated for that, and then the 9/11, and then the crazy stuff with Iraq. We could be here all day.
But
we could be here all day because in 9/11, I mean, that's one of the things that put Kanye on the map, because when he didn't help out in Katrina, remember he was on there.
Oh yeah, Kanye, and that's why I love Kanye. That's why I love Kanye. See, and
Mike Myers looked over at him like. He was like,
that's why I love Kanye. So I back Kanye, wherever Kanye want to do, because it's not to me. I
back Kanye to a point.
Yeah, it's not to me. It's not to me of us. Well, we don't agree on everything,
right.
But and I don't believe Jesus was all perfect, because if Jesus was a kid, he was mischievous. All kids are mischievous. All kids play. He worked into his perfection. So
I'm sure he turned some water into wine to get the party jumping.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wine and wealth, y'all. On the 19th, this Saturday, it's coming down. Jesus is going to be in the building, without a doubt. Omaha, the Birds of Bless. Hopefully, we stepped on some feet today. Oh yeah, hopefully
we made you think and get you focused on your future,
without a doubt. So we want to put this disclaimer. This is not the feelings of 95.7. No, this is feelings of William King. All right, Omaha, Nebraska, the Birds of Blessing. We're gonna play Malcolm X, Battle of the Bullet. I want to thank the state of Nebraska, the work of Malcolm X Foundation, and all those behind the scene to get Malcolm X in the Hall of Fame of Nebraska. Well worth it. The dedicated, I know it took years to get it done, but that's what it takes. If it takes time, if you want to be great, greatness don't happen overnight. It takes time. You're gonna have the environment against you. You're gonna have the people against you. You're gonna have your own, even some self-doubt. And that's why I said the greatest competition is self. And that's why I would say, I always go with the analogy of the track athlete. And I always say the track athlete is the greatest athlete of them all. I played basketball, love basketball, but I was All-American in track. The track athlete first had to deal with wind. You got to deal with rain or snow. You got to deal with temperature. You got to deal with distance. You got to deal with time. You got to deal with his own or her own physical health. You got to deal with his or her own mental health. We're talking about 7 things. We ain't talking about the competition yet. I ain't talking about the competition yet. I ain't even talking about the competition. Then you got to worry about your opponent. That's number 8. So if you can't deal with the elements of God first, because sometimes you're going to have a headwind when you run down that track. Some days it's going to be cold. I remember it was at a track meet out. I think it was in Columbus, or when I was in high school, it was snowing. Oh, man. I got to jump out of that, coach.
What kind of track were you running?
But you know how weather is back in the 80s.
Yeah,
it's a snow. It was snow in March.
It's Nebraska.
Yeah, it was
15 minutes.
Without a doubt, it was snow in Nebraska in March. In April, it was snow. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, back in the day when it was real winter before it got real global warming, man, I'm telling you, man, these are elements that you deal with before you even have to run against an opponent. This is why the track athlete is the greatest athlete, and this is what I'm made of. All those elements, all those learnings is what I'm made of. I'm going through all these elements first before I even get to man. So, man, you can't even mess with me, man. I'm on God's level. I got to conquer God's obstacles first before I even get to you, man.
It's a very good analogy.
So I'm prepared for this fight. Oh, y'all mess with the wrong one. See, God prepared me for this one. I love to compete. Brother Gray, he loves to compete again. That's why they brought him in here and we just got the candy bar so I can tell everybody. He said he set it up.
Yeah, I did not.
Yes, he did.
I didn't have breakfast this morning.
He didn't eat it. He didn't eat it.
Because I got on the mic and I was talking and I didn't want to be rude, snacking while coffee is good enough.
Would I doubt?
Next time I want tea and crumpets.
Would I doubt? Omaha, the Birds of Bless. I want to thank all our supporters for supporting 95.7 The Boss, truly. But tomorrow's going to be, I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray tomorrow. Probably need to go to Catholic church, go talk to a priest. They probably only, Baptists, all your churches, why your churches closed? I think the other church open, you can go and talk to a priest. You go to any Catholic church, the doors open. You can go talk to a priest and get confession. I can't even confess. I'm gonna leave y'all alone.
I think you just did.
Did I? Omaha, the Bird, the Bless. We about to play Malcolm X, Bullet of the Ballot again. I want to thank those that put him in the Hall of Fame. Boss with us.
Mr. Moderator, Reverend Cleave, and Milton, brothers and sisters, and friends, and I see some enemies. Mr. Moderator, Reverend Cleave, and Milton, brothers and sisters, and friends, and I see some enemies. fact, I think we'd be fooling ourselves if we had an audience this large and didn't realize that there were some enemies present. This afternoon, we want to talk about the ballot or the bullet. The ballot or the bullet explains itself. But before we get into it, since this is the year of the ballot or the bullet, I would like to clarify some things that refer to me personally concerning my own personal position. I'm still a Muslim. That is, my religion is still Islam. My religion is still Islam. I still credit Mr. Muhammad for what I know and what I am. He's the one who opened my eyes. And at present, I'm the minister of the newly founded Muslim Mosque Incorporated, which has its offices in the Teresa Hotel right in the heart of Harlem. That's the Black Belt in New York City. And when we realize that Adam Clayton Powell is a Christian minister, he has the Abyssinia Baptist Church, but at the same time, he's more famous for his political struggling. And Dr. King is a Christian minister from Atlanta, Georgia, but he's become more famous for being involved in the civil rights struggle. There's another in New York, Reverend Galamison. I don't know if you've heard of him out here. He's a Christian minister from Brooklyn, but has become famous for his fight against the segregated school system in Brooklyn. Reverend Cleed, right here, is a Christian minister here in Detroit. He's the head of the Freedom Now Party. All of these are Christian ministers. All of these are Christian ministers, but they don't come to us as Christian ministers. They come to us as fighters in some other category. I'm a Muslim minister. The same as they are Christian ministers, I'm a Muslim minister. And I don't believe in fighting today in any one front, but on all fronts. In fact, I'm a black nationalist freedom fighter. Islam is my religion, but I believe my religion is my personal business. It governs my personal life, my personal morals, and my religious philosophy is personal between me and the God in whom I believe, just as the religious philosophy of these others is between them and the God in whom they believe. And this is best this way. Were we to come out here discussing religion, we'd have too many differences from the outstart, and we could never get together. So today, though Islam is my religious philosophy, my political, economic, and social philosophy is black nationalism. You and I... As I say, if we bring up religion, we'll have differences, we'll have arguments, we'll never be able to get together. But if we keep our religion at home, keep our religion in the closet, keep our religion between ourselves and our God, but when we come out here, we have a fight that's common to all of us against the enemy who is common to all of us. The political philosophy of black nationalism only means that the black man should control the politics and the politicians in his own community. The time when white people can come in our community and get us to vote for them so that they can be our political leaders and tell us what to do and what not to do is long gone. By the same token, the time when that same white man, knowing that your eyes are too far open, can send another Negro into the community, get you and me to support him so he can use him to lead us astray, those days are long gone. political philosophy of black nationalism only means that if you and I are going to live in a black community, and that's where we're going to live, because as soon as you move into as soon as you move out of the black community into their community, it's mixed for a period of time, but they're gone, and you're right there all by yourself. We must understand the politics of our community, and we must know what politics is supposed to produce. We must know what part politics play in our lives. And until we become politically mature, we will always be misled, led astray, or deceived or maneuvered into supporting someone politically who doesn't have the good of our community at heart. So the political philosophy of black nationalism only means that we will have to carry on a political program of re-education to open our people's eyes, make us become more politically conscious, politically mature. And then we will, whenever we get ready to cast our ballot, that ballot will be cast for a man of the community who has the good of the community at heart. The economic philosophy of black nationalism only means that we should own and operate and control the economy of our community. You can't open up a black store in a white community. White man won't even patronize you. And he's not wrong. He got sense enough to look out for himself. And you who don't have sense enough to look out for yourself. The white man is too intelligent to let someone else come and gain control of the economy of his community. But you will let anybody come in and control the economy of your community. Control the housing, control the education, control the jobs, control the businesses under the pretext that you want to integrate. No, you're out of your mind. The economic philosophy of black nationalism only means that we have to become involved in a program of re-education to educate our people into the importance of knowing that when you spend your dollar out of the community in which you live, the community in which you spend your money becomes richer and richer. The community out of which you take your money becomes poorer and poorer. And because these Negroes who have been misled, misguided, are breaking their necks to take their money and spend it with the man. The man is becoming richer and richer, and you're becoming poorer and poorer. And then what happens? The community in which you live becomes a slum. It becomes a ghetto. The conditions become run down. And then you have the audacity to complain about poor housing in a rundown community. While you run it down yourself when you take your dollar. And you and I are in a double trap, because not only do we lose by taking our money someplace else and spending it, when we try and spend it in our own community, we're trapped because we haven't had sense enough to set up stores and control the businesses of our community. The man who's controlling the stores in our community is a man who doesn't look like we do. He's a man who doesn't even live in the community. So you and I, even when we try and spend our money in the block where we live or the area where we live, we're spending it with a man who, when the sun goes down, takes that basket full of money in another part of the town. So we're trapped, double trapped, triple trapped. Anywhere we go, we find that we're trapped. And every kind of solution that someone comes up with is just another trap. But the political and economic philosophy of black nationalism, the economic philosophy of black nationalism shows our people the importance of setting up these little stores and developing them and expanding them into larger operations. Woolworth didn't start out big like they are today. They started out with a dime store and expanded and expanded and expanded until today they're all over the country and all over the world, and they're getting some of everybody's money. Now, this, what you and I in General Motors, the same way, didn't start out like it is. It started out just a little rat race type operation, and it expanded and expanded until today it's where it is right now. And you and I have to make a start. And the best place to start is right in the community where we live. So our people not only have to be re-educated to the importance of supporting black business, but the black man himself has to be made aware of the importance of going into business. And once you and I go into business, we own and operate at least the businesses in our community. What we will be doing is developing a situation wherein we will actually be able to create employment for the people in the community. And once you can create some employment in the community where you live, it will eliminate the necessity of you and me having to act ignorantly and disgracefully, boycotting and picketing some cracker someplace else, trying to beg him for a job. Anytime you have to rely upon your enemy for a job, you're in bad shape. And he is your enemy. Anytime, you wouldn't be in this country if some enemy hadn't kidnapped you and brought you here. On the other hand, some of you think you came here on the Mayflower. So as you can see, brothers and sisters, today, this afternoon, it's not our intention to discuss religion. We're going to forget religion. If we bring up religion, we'll be in an argument. And the best way to keep away from arguments and differences, as I said earlier, put your religion at home, in the closet. Keep it between you and your God. Because if it hasn't done anything more for you than it has, you need to forget it anyway. Whether you are a Christian or a Muslim or a nationalist, we all have the same problem. They don't hang you because you're a Baptist, they hang you because you're black. They don't attack me because I'm a Muslim, they attack me because I'm black. They attack all of us for the same reason. All of us catch hell from the same enemy. We're all in the same bag, in the same boat. We suffer political oppression, economic exploitation, and social degradation. All of them from the same enemy. The government has failed us. You can't deny that. Anytime you live in the 20th century, 1964, and you walking around here singing, "We shall overcome," the government has failed. This is part of what's wrong with you. You do too much singing. Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging. You can't sing up on freedom, but you can swing up on some freedom. Cassius Clay can sing, but singing didn't help him to become the heavyweight champion of the world. Swinging helped him become the heavyweight. So this government has failed us. The government itself has failed us. And the white liberals who have been posing as our friends have failed us. And once we see that all these other sources to which we've turned have failed, we stop turning to them and turn to ourselves. We need a self-help program, a do-it-yourself philosophy, a do-it-right now philosophy. It's already too late philosophy. This is what you and I need to get with. And the only way we're going to solve our problem is with a self-help program. Before we can get a self-help program started, we have to have a self-help philosophy. Black nationalism is a self-help philosophy. What's so good about it, you can stay right in the church where you are and still take black nationalism as your philosophy. You can stay in any kind of civic organization that you belong to and still take black nationalism as your philosophy. You can be an atheist and still take black nationalism as your philosophy. This is a philosophy that eliminates the necessity for division and argument. Because if you're black, you should be thinking black. And if you're black and you're not thinking black at this late date, well, I'm sorry for you. Once you change your philosophy, you change your thought pattern. Once you change your thought pattern, you change your attitude. Once you change your attitude, it changes your behavior pattern. And then you go on into some action. As long as you got a sit-down philosophy, you'll have a sit-down thought pattern. And as long as you think that old sit-down thought, you'll be in some kind of sit-down action. They'll have you sitting in everywhere. It's not so good to refer to what you're going to do as a sit-in. Then right there, castrates you. Right there, it brings you down. What goes with it? Think of the image of someone sitting. An old woman can sit. An old man can sit. A chump can sit. A coward can sit. Anything can sit. Well, you and I have been sitting long enough, and it's time today for us to start doing some standing and some fighting to back that up. When we look at other parts of this earth upon which we live, we find that black, brown, red, and yellow people in Africa and Asia are getting their independence. They're not getting it by singing "We Shall Overcome." No, they're getting it through nationalism. It is nationalism that brought about the independence of the people in Asia. Every nation in Asia gained its independence through the philosophy of nationalism. Every nation on the African continent that has gotten its independence brought it about through the philosophy of nationalism. And it will take black nationalism that to bring about the freedom of 22 million Afro-Americans here in this country where we have suffered colonialism for the past 400 years. America is just as much a colonial power as England ever was. America is just as much a colonial power as France ever was. In fact, America is more so a colonial power than they, because she's a hypocritical colonial power behind it. What do you call second-class citizenship? Why, that's colonization. Second-class citizenship is nothing but 20th century slavery. How are you going to tell me you're a second-class citizen? They don't have second-class citizenship in any other government on this earth. They just have slaves and people who are free. Well, this country is a hypocrite. They try and make you think they set you free by calling you a second-class citizen. No, you're nothing but a 20th century slave. Just as it took nationalism to remove colonialism from Asia and Africa, it'll take black nationalism today to remove colonialism from the backs and the minds of 22 million Afro-Americans here in this country. And 1964 looks like it might be the year of the ballot or the bullet. Why does it look like it might be the year of the ballot or the bullet? Because Negroes have listened to the trickery and the lies and the false promises of the white man now for too long. And they're fed up. They've become disenchanted. They've become disillusioned. They've become dissatisfied. And all of this has built up frustrations in the black community that makes the black community throughout America today more explosive than all of the atomic bombs the Russians can ever invent. Whenever you got a racial powder keg sitting in your lap, you're in more trouble than if you had an atomic powder keg sitting in your lap. When a racial powder keg goes off, it doesn't care who it knocks out the way. Understand this, it's dangerous. And in 1964, this seems to be the year. Because what can the white man use now to fool us? After he put down that march on Washington, and you see all through that now, he tricked you, had you marching down to Washington. Yes, as you marching back and forth between the feet of a dead man named Lincoln and another dead man named George Washington, singing "We Shall Overcome." He made a chump out of it. He made a fool out of it. He made you think you were going somewhere and you end up going nowhere but between Lincoln and Washington. So today our people are disillusioned. They've become disenchanted. They've become dissatisfied. And in their frustrations, they want action. And in 1964, you see this young black man, this new generation, asking for the ballot or the vote. That old Uncle Tom action is outdated. The young generation don't want to hear anything about the odds are against us. What do we care about odds? When this country here was first being founded, there were 13 colonies. The whites were colonized. They were fed up with this taxation without representation. So some of them stood up and said, liberty or death. Though I went to a white school over here in Mason, Michigan. The white man made the mistake of letting me read his history books. He made the mistake of teaching me that Patrick Henry was a patriot. And George Washington wasn't nothing nonviolent about old Pat or George Washington. Liberty or death was what brought about the freedom of whites in this country from the English. They didn't care about the odds. Why, they faced the wrath of the entire British Empire. And in those days, they used to say that the British Empire was so vast and so powerful when the sun would never set on it. This is how big it was. Yet these 13 little scrawny states, tired of taxation without representation, tired of being exploited and oppressed and degraded, told that big British Empire, liberty or death. And here you have 22 million Afro-Americans, black people today, catching more hell than Patrick Henry ever saw. And I'm here to tell you, in case you don't know it, that you got a new generation of black people in this country who don't care anything whatsoever about odds. They don't want to hear you old Uncle Tom handkerchief heads talking about the odds. No. This is a new generation. If they're going to draft these young black men and send them over to Korea or South Vietnam to face 800 million Chinese, if you're not afraid of those odds, you shouldn't be afraid of these odds. Why does this loom to be such an explosive political year? Because this is the year of politics. This is the year when all of the white politicians are going to come into the Negro community. You never see them until election time. You can't find them until election time. They're going to come in with false promises. And as they make these false promises, they're going to feed our frustrations. And this will only serve to make matters worse. I'm no politician. I'm not even a student of politics. I'm not a Republican, nor a Democrat, nor an American, and got sense enough to know it. I'm one of the 22 million black victims of the Democrats. One of the 22 million black victims of the Republicans and one of the 22 million black victims of Americanism. And when I speak, I don't speak as a Democrat or a Republican, nor an American. I speak as a victim of America's so-called democracy. You and I have never seen democracy. All we've seen is hypocrisy. When we open our eyes today and look around America, we see America not through the eyes of someone who has enjoyed the fruits of Americanism. We see America through the eyes of someone who has been the victim of Americanism. We don't see any American dream. We've experienced only the American nightmare. We haven't benefited from America's democracy. We've only suffered from America's hypocrisy. And the generation that's coming up now can see it and are not afraid to say it. If you go to jail, so what? If you're black, you were born in jail. If you're black, you were born in jail. In the North as well as the South. Stop talking about the South. Long as you south of the Canadian border, you're south. Don't call Governor Wallace a Dixie governor. Romney is a Dixie governor. "22 million black victims of Americanism are waking up, and they're gaining a new political consciousness, becoming politically mature. And as they develop this political maturity, they're able to see the recent trends in these political elections. They see that the whites are so evenly divided that every time they vote, the race is so close, they have to go back and count the votes all over again. And which means that any block, any minority that has a block of votes that stick together is in a strategic position. Either way you go, that's who gets it. You're in a position to determine who go to the White House and who stay in the doghouse. You're the one who has that power. You can keep Johnson in Washington, D.C., or you can send him back to his Texas cotton patch. You're the one who sent Kennedy to Washington. You're the one who put the present Democratic administration in Washington, D.C. The whites were evenly divided. It was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last. Because you're a chump. A political chump. In Washington, D.C., in the House of Representatives, there are 257 who are Democrats. Only 177 are Republicans. In the Senate, there are 67 Democrats. Only 33 are Republicans. The party that you backed controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race. And what kind of alibi do they come up with? They try and pass the buck to the Dixiecrats. Now, back during the days when you were blind, deaf, and dumb, ignorant, politically immature, naturally you went along with that. But today, as your eyes come open and you develop political maturity, you're able to see and think for yourself. And you can see that a Dixiecrat is nothing but a Democrat in disguise. You look at the structure of the government that controls this country. It's controlled by 16 senatorial committees and 20 congressional committees. Of the 16 senatorial committees that run the government, 10 of them are in the hands of Southern segregationists. Of the 20 congressional committees that run the government, 12 of them are in the hands of Southern segregationists. And they're going to tell you and me that the South lost the war. You today are in the hands of a government of segregationists, racists, white supremacists, who belong to the Democratic Party but disguise themselves as Dixiecrats. A Dixiecrat is nothing but a Democrat. Whoever runs the Democrats is also the father of the Dixiecrats. And the father of all of them is sitting in the White House. I say, and I say it again, you got a president who's nothing but a Southern segregationist. From the state of Texas. They'll lynch you in Texas as quick as they'll lynch you in Mississippi. Only in Texas, they lynch you with a Texas accent. In Mississippi, they lynch you with a Mississippi accent. And the first thing the cracker does when he comes in power, he takes all the Negro leaders and invites them for coffee to show that he's all right. And those Uncle Toms can't pass up the coffee. They come away from the coffee table telling you and me that this man is all right. Because he's from the South. And since he's from the South, he can deal with the South. And look at the logic that they're using. What about Eastland? He's from the South. Make him the president. If Johnson is a good man because he's from Texas, and being from Texas will enable him to deal with the South, Eastland can deal with the South better than Johnson. Say you've been misled, you've been had, you've been took. I was in Washington a couple of weeks ago while the senators were filibustering, and I noticed in the back of the Senate a huge map. And on this map, it showed the distribution of Negroes in America. And surprisingly, the same senators that were involved in the filibuster were from the states where there were the most Negroes. Why were they filibustering the civil rights legislation? Because the civil rights legislation is supposed to guarantee voting rights to Negroes in those states. And those senators from those states know that if the Negroes in those states can vote, those senators are down the drain. The representatives of those states go down the drain. And in the Constitution of this country, it has a stipulation wherein whenever the rights, the voting rights of people in a certain district are violated, then the representative who's from that particular district, according to the Constitution, is supposed to be expelled from the Congress. Now, if this particular aspect of the Constitution was enforced, why, you wouldn't have a cracker in Washington, D.C. But what would happen when you expel the Dixiecrat? You're expelling the Democrat. When you destroy the power of the Dixiecrat, you're destroying the power of the Democratic Party. So how in the world can the Democratic Party in the South actually side with you in sincerity when all of its power is based in the South? These Northern Democrats are in cahoots with the Southern Democrats. They're playing a giant con game, a political con game. You know how it goes. One of them comes to you and make believe he's for you, and he's in cahoots with the other one that's not for you. Why? Because neither one of them is for you. But they got to make you go with one of them or the other. So this is a con game, and this is what they've been doing with you and me all these years. First thing Johnson got off the plane when he became president, he asked, "Where's Dickie?" You know who Dickie is? Dickie is old Southern cracker Richard Russell. Look here. Yes. Lyndon B. Johnson's best friend is the one who is ahead, who's heading the forces that are filibustering civil rights legislation. You tell me, how in the hell is he going to be Johnson's best friend? How can Johnson be his friend and your friend too? No, that man is too tricky, especially if his friend is still old Dickie. Whenever the Negroes keep the Democrats in power, they're keeping the Dixiecrats in power. This is true. A vote for a Democrat is nothing but a vote for a Dixiecrat. I know you don't like me saying that, but I'm not the kind of person who come here to say what you like. I'm going to tell you the truth whether you like it or not. Up here in the North, you have the same thing. The Democratic Party don't do it. They don't do it that way. They got a thing that they call gerrymandering. They maneuver you out of power. Even though you can vote, they fix it so you're voting for nobody. They got you going and coming. In the South, they're outright political wolves. In the North, they're political foxes. A fox and a wolf are both canine. Both belong to the dog family. Now, you take your choice. You're going to choose a northern dog or a southern dog. Because either dog you choose, I guarantee you, you'll still be in the doghouse. This is why I say it's the ballot or the bullet. It's liberty or it's death. It's freedom for everybody or freedom for nobody. America today finds herself in a unique situation. Historically, revolutions are bloody. Oh, yes, they are. They have never had a bloodless revolution or a nonviolent revolution. That don't happen even in Hollywood. You don't have a revolution in which you love your enemy. then you don't have a revolution in which you're begging the system of exploitation to integrate you into it. Revolutions overturn systems. Revolutions destroy systems. A revolution is bloody. But America is in a unique position. She's the only country in history in a position actually to become involved in a bloodless revolution. The Russian Revolution was bloody. Chinese Revolution was bloody. French Revolution was bloody. Cuban Revolution was bloody. And there was nothing more bloody than the American Revolution. But today, this country can become involved in a revolution that won't take bloodshed. All she's got to do is give the black man in this country everything that's due. Everything. I hope that the white man can see this. Because if you don't see it, you're finished. If you don't see it, you're going to become involved in some action in which you don't have a chance. We don't care anything about your atomic bomb. It's useless. Because other countries have atomic bombs. When 2 or 3 different countries have atomic bombs, nobody can use them. So it means that the white man today is without a weapon. If you want some action, you got to come on down to earth. And there's more black people on earth than there are white people on earth. I only got a couple more minutes. The white man can never win another war on the ground. His days of war victory, his days of background victory are over. Can I prove it? Yes. Take all the action that's going on this earth right now that he's involved in. Tell me where
Looking
he's
for
winning.
a new and exciting way to grow your career? North End Teleservices is hiring for full-time roles in customer service, administration, and leadership. Positions include competitive pay, benefits, paid time off, and tuition assistance. At North End Teleservices, our mission is to create jobs and change lives. We invest in our employees and are dedicated to helping them reach their personal and professional goals. Your success is our success. Embark on a new career today by joining our diverse team. Apply at northendteleservices.com. North End Teleservices is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7, The Boss.
Because of historic emissions from lead smelting operations, Eastern Omaha has been designated as a Superfund site. The City of Omaha samples and tests residential properties located within the Omaha lead site boundaries and remediates contaminated yards. For homes in this area, sampling, testing, and remediation are provided for free. To find out if your property has been sampled and tested, or to schedule sampling or remediation, go to omahaled.org or call 402-731-3045.
Omaha Lead is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7, The Boss.
Hey, it's Larry Britt, here to tell you about my friend Don Bacon. I was born and raised in North Omaha, 26 and Patrick Avenue. I went to Tech High School. I've lived in Omaha all my life. Over the last 8 years, I've seen firsthand the improvement Don has delivered for North Omaha. Don has secured over $11 million to restore North 24th Street and brought home a $25 million grant to renovate 30th Street. This money is building affordable housing, bringing in businesses, and making our streets safer and cleaner right here in North Omaha. Take a look around. I know you see it too. Don Bacon is bringing home the bacon. So please join me and vote for a good man who keeps his word and delivers for North Omaha. Vote Don Bacon.
I'm Don Bacon. I approve this message. Paid for by Don Bacon for Congress.
my decision. This is my decision. I don't think you listen. You listen. I don't think you listen. For me to come out, it must mean I'm a teacher. It must mean I'm not the same. It must mean I'm on your case. For me to come out, it means that I'm not the teacher. I want to show you my world. Give me one break, I need faith. Faith to believe you, faith to receive you. Give me something I'm lacking. I don't need nothing. You are my everything. Only me and you. Only me and you. Only me and you. Only me and you. Only me, only you. Only me and you. Only me.